Welcome. This is the third installment of my question and answer session. The question for this week's pretty short and simple, and I should be able to get that done in under 5 minutes, I hope. But I also have an announcement to make, so I'll tell, a few minutes. So anyways, the question for this week is what habits do we initially try to train? And initially, the foundational habits really center around this idea of a morning and evening ritual. And within those morning and evening rituals, there are some practices that are something that we try to build into. Now, most everybody has a morning and evening ritual that they go about, but it's not planned or purposeful. They just do it. They just get up in the morning, grab their coffee, quick bite to eat, grab their stuff, go off to work. Students have no morning or evening ritual. So for them, it's really important to try to build that in. So what are the elements of that? Part of it in the morning ritual is this idea of looking at your planner for the day and figuring out what it is you have to do. But there's also this breathing practices and meditation, mindfulness, prayer, whatever word you want to give it, but it is some purposeful, planned, quiet time that does involve controlling and learning to control your breath and your breathing. That's both morning and evening. And in the evening, you also have reflection practices and journaling. The other kind of part of this when we do our training is that part of the lessons, the training, are also built into those morning and evening ritual times, which when that training is done, you replace with personal growth and development type of activities, whether it's reading trade journals or watching a podcast or whatever it is that you need or want or desire to do to better yourself. That gets then built in. So you've actually kind of started the habit by going through the training, and then you just replace what we're doing with something of your choosing. So those are the initial habits, but there are more that get built in later on, but those are the ones we focus on initially. All right, now for the announcement. Planning to start some conversations with friends, colleagues, contacts, people I know, to talk about mindset training, experiences, and even general psychology. I've already reached out and gotten confirmation from one person. We haven't set a specific time yet. That's still in the works to figure out when we can do it. But a friend of mine, Dave Page, fraternity brother and friend, who has quite a story in terms of being able to fulfill a lifelong dream that we would talk about in one session, and kind of the conversation kind of about the mindset that went into being able to fulfill that lifelong dream. And then possibly another session I hope to do with him where we could talk about his experience and what he saw in terms of elite athletes, also what sort of training process program that they do to be at the top of their game. So there's been fortunate to have a number of contacts with a lot of good stories about fulfilling dreams and being highly successful. And another member of this group also has a strong psychology background, being a professor of psychology, that I hope maybe he'd be willing to engage as well. I've reached out to him, and we'll kind of just play that by ear. But that's what I have in the works and hope to get going soon. So that's it for this week, guys. Go out and have a great week, and I will do another one probably next weekend.